Hello, dear friends. Have you ever woken up in the morning and just sat there on the edge of the bed, gathering your strength to stand? Maybe your legs feel a bit weaker than they did last month. Maybe your arms need a bit more effort to lift. You're walking more slowly, not because of pain, but because your body just doesn't feel as strong as it used to. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. After age 60, gradual muscle loss is quite common. But what many people don't realize is that this muscle loss, known as sarcopenia, isn't just about aging. It also depends on what we do or don't do to support our bodies along the way. And here's something that may surprise you. Your muscles don't only grow stronger based on what you do during the day. In fact, your body does its most important work while you sleep. That's when it rebuilds, repairs, and regenerates your muscle tissue, but only if it has the right building materials to work with. And those building materials, they come from food. Not just any food, but gentle, nourishing foods you enjoy in the evening, quietly working while you rest. In today's video, we'll explore 4 powerful natural foods you can enjoy at night to help fight muscle loss, restore strength, and wake up feeling a little more confident in your body, night by night. And the last one, just 1 spoonful before bed, could surprise you with how much it helps. So be sure to watch until the end. Before we begin, if you're curious about simple ways to stay healthy while you sleep, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share in the comments below. Have you ever tried a nighttime snack that helped you feel better in the morning? I'd love to hear your story. Let's start with something small, green, fuzzy on the outside, sweet and tart on the inside: the humble kiwi. You might think of kiwi as a refreshing snack on a summer day, or something to toss into a fruit salad. But here's something many people don't know. This little fruit is a quiet hero when it comes to sleep and recovery, especially if you enjoy it at night. Let me share a story. George, age 74, a widower and retired teacher, told me something interesting over a cup of tea. He said, I can't sleep through the night anymore. And when I wake up, I feel stiff, like my body was tense the whole time I slept. He wasn't in pain, just tired and worn out. His legs didn't feel as steady. His arms had lost the easy strength he once took for granted. He figured it was just part of getting older. But I suggested he try a small change: eat 2 kiwis about an hour before bed every night for 2 weeks. That's it. You wouldn't believe the difference. George not only fell asleep faster, something he hadn't done in years, but he told me he woke up feeling lighter, more rested, and able to move more easily. I don't creak like an old chair anymore. He chuckled. My legs feel like they belong to me again. So what makes kiwi so special? First, kiwi is one of the few natural fruits that contains melatonin, the hormone that tells your brain, hey, it's time for sleep. While many people take melatonin pills, kiwi provides a gentle food-based version that your body can absorb and use naturally. Studies show that eating kiwi before bed may improve both sleep quality and sleep duration, especially in older adults. But here's the best part. Deeper sleep is when your body does its most important muscle repair. While you dream, your body is busy healing damaged tissue, balancing hormones, and rebuilding strength, but only if you reach the deeper stages of sleep. Kiwi helps unlock that door. Kiwi is also rich in antioxidants like vitamins C and E. Why does that matter? Because as we age, our muscles are more vulnerable to inflammation and oxidative stress. These are what cause stiffness, soreness, and that sluggish feeling. Antioxidants help clear away that damage so your muscle cells can focus on rebuilding instead of constant repair. Kiwi is also a great source of potassium, which supports proper muscle contraction and helps prevent nighttime leg cramps. And if you've ever woken up at 3 a.m. with a sharp calf cramp, you know just how valuable that is. Here's something seniors love. Kiwi is easy on the stomach and doesn't spike your blood sugar. Even though it tastes sweet, it has a low glycemic index, making it safe for those managing diabetes or watching insulin levels. It's also naturally low in sodium, ideal for anyone managing high blood pressure. So how should you enjoy it? Just peel 2 ripe kiwis about an hour before bed. Eat them slowly, maybe while you relax with a quiet book or gentle music. It's a small ritual, but it tells your body rest is coming. Healing is on the way. Of course, as with anything, listen to your body. A few people might experience mild stomach discomfort if they're sensitive to fruit acids or have digestive issues. But for most, kiwi is gentle, calming, and easy to digest, maybe even soothing. We've just explored the quiet power of kiwi, a gentle way to sleep better and support recovery. But now let's talk about something a little more familiar. Something many of us have cracked open at some point, maybe with toast in the morning or in a favorite family recipe. Let's talk about eggs. Now, you might be thinking eggs before bed. That's right. Most of us think of eggs as a breakfast food. But here's the surprise. One egg before bed can do something pretty amazing for your body while you sleep, especially if you're over 60 and looking to maintain strength, balance, and muscle tone. What makes eggs powerful isn't just their protein, though they're certainly packed with it. Eggs provide what nutrition experts call complete protein, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids your muscles need to grow and repair. They're especially rich in leucine, that important amino acid that actually triggers muscle protein synthesis. That's a fancy way of saying when you eat eggs, your body gets a very clear message. Hey, it's time to rebuild. Now here's where it gets interesting for older adults. As we age, our bodies become less responsive to small amounts of protein. A 25-year-old can eat a small serving of chicken and build muscle. But someone over 60, they usually need a bit more high-quality protein, especially leucine-rich protein, to get the same benefit. And that's where eggs shine. Just one large egg contains about 6 grams of protein with around 500 to 600 milligrams of leucine, enough to meaningfully support overnight muscle repair. If you're a light evening eater, or if your dinner was low in protein, a soft-boiled egg about an hour before bed could be that missing puzzle piece your body needs to maintain strength. But there's more. Eggs also provide vitamin D, which many older adults lack, especially if you don't get much sun exposure. And vitamin D isn't just for bones. It plays a big role in muscle function and coordination. Add in the choline found in eggs, a nutrient that supports brain and nerve health, and you've got a food that helps your body move and respond more easily and confidently. Now you might be wondering, what about cholesterol? That's a fair question, especially since eggs used to have a bad reputation. But here's what current science shows for most people. Moderate egg consumption, about 1 egg per day, doesn't raise the risk of heart disease. In fact, some studies suggest eggs may actually improve your cholesterol profile by increasing your good HDL levels. Unless your doctor has given you specific instructions to avoid them, eggs can be a very safe, very valuable part of your diet. Of course, how you prepare your egg matters too. A gently cooked egg, like boiled, poached, or lightly pan-fried with olive oil, is easier to digest and retains more nutrients. Avoid frying with butter or adding too much salt, which can irritate the stomach or raise blood pressure. And if chewing is difficult for you, a soft egg is one of the easiest proteins to eat, no heavy chewing required. Let me share a real-life example. There's a woman named Lean, age 68, whom I met at a health workshop. Always cheerful, always bringing fruit to share. But she had been struggling for years with feeling weak in the mornings. I'd get out of bed and my legs felt like overcooked noodles, she once said with a laugh. She didn't eat late dinners and usually skipped evening snacks, thinking it would help her sleep better. We made just one small change. She added 1 soft-boiled egg to her nighttime routine, not a big meal, just a warm, gentle bite before bed. 2 weeks later, she told me I didn't think it would make a difference. But I don't feel wobbly anymore. I actually feel steady again. That's what the right kind of protein before bed can do. It's not about eating a heavy meal at night. Not at all. It's about giving your muscles the fuel they need to rebuild and recover while you rest. Your body does the work. You just have to give it the tools. Now let's turn our attention to something you might not expect. Something you could hold in the palm of your hand or forget in a jar at the back of the pantry. But don't let their size fool you. These tiny seeds are one of the most underrated nighttime superfoods. I'm talking about pumpkin seeds. Yes, those little green seeds, also known as pepitas, that you might see sprinkled on salads or tossed into granola. But when it comes to your muscles, sleep, and overall nighttime recovery, pumpkin seeds pack a lot more power than you might think. Let me introduce you to Harold. Harold is 72, a retired gardener with hands that still look like they know how to work the soil. He came to me with a common concern. Every morning I wake up with stiff legs. I stretch, I move, but it still feels like I didn't rest at all. We looked at his evening routine, his meals, his sleep habits, and there was something missing: magnesium. You see, magnesium is a mineral that helps your muscles relax. Without enough magnesium, your muscles may stay partially tense even during the night. That's why some people wake up feeling sore even after a full 8 hours of sleep. And guess what? One of the best natural sources of magnesium is? That's right, pumpkin seeds. Just one small handful, about an ounce 28g, gives you around 37% of your daily magnesium needs. That's impressive for such a small bite. And when you enjoy them in the evening, you're giving your body the tools it needs to physically relax, not just mentally unwind. But magnesium isn't the only magic inside pumpkin seeds. They're also one of the few natural foods that contain tryptophan, an amino acid your body converts into serotonin and then into melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall asleep. While tryptophan doesn't knock you out instantly, combining it with magnesium creates a powerful combo for deeper, more restful sleep. And better sleep means more growth hormone release, more cell repair, and yes, more muscle rebuilding during the night, all while you're cozy under the covers. And let's not forget, pumpkin seeds are also a great plant-based protein source. About 7 grams per ounce plus healthy fats that slow digestion. That means your body gets a steady, slow release of amino acids all night, not a quick spike and crash. It's gentle, it's sustained, and it's exactly what aging muscles need to heal and grow stronger. Now you may be wondering, how do I enjoy pumpkin seeds at night? It's simple, just a small amount. 1 to 2 tablespoons is more than enough. You can eat them plain, or sprinkle them over a spoonful of plain Greek yogurt if you want to boost your protein even more. Some folks like to toast them lightly in a pan to bring out their nutty flavor, but you don't have to. Just make sure they're unsalted. Sodium at night isn't great for your blood pressure, especially if you're managing hypertension. They're also rich in zinc, which helps with cell repair, immune support, and hormone balance, especially important for men over 60 who want to maintain healthy testosterone levels, which is directly linked to muscle mass. All that from one tiny seed. Nature doesn't waste space. One small note, as with all nuts and seeds, pumpkin seeds are calorie dense. That doesn't make them bad, just be mindful not to eat them by the handful, especially late at night. Think of them not as a snack, but as a nightly tonic for your muscles and your sleep. And now we come to our final food, the quiet champion of bedtime strength. It's not sweet like fruit. It's not crunchy like seeds. It's not flashy or fancy. But if there's one food that truly works while you sleep to rebuild the muscles that time tries to take away, it's this cottage cheese. Now, before you wrinkle your nose or say, "Isn't that what my grandma used to eat?" stick with me. Because behind that lumpy, simple texture is one of the most effective muscle-building foods you can eat, especially before bed and especially after age 60. Let me explain why. Cottage cheese contains a special kind of protein called casein. And casein is different from the protein found in chicken, fish, or even eggs. It digests slowly. That means once you eat it, your body doesn't burn through it right away. Instead, it slowly releases amino acids over several hours, gently nourishing your muscles all through the night. Why is that important? Because when you sleep, your body goes into repair mode. But if you don't have enough amino acids in your bloodstream, the building blocks of muscle, your body might actually start breaking down muscle to fuel other processes. That's the last thing you want, especially if you're dealing with age-related muscle loss. Now imagine giving your body a gentle trickle of amino acids all night long. That's exactly what a few spoonfuls of cottage cheese can do. It doesn't spike your blood sugar. It doesn't feel heavy in your stomach. It just quietly goes to work supporting growth, repair, and strength, all while you rest. My dear friend Martha, age 76, sharp as ever, started noticing her legs feeling weaker. Climbing stairs got harder. Getting out of the car took more effort. She was told that's just aging, but that answer didn't sit well with her. So we made one small change, a small bowl of low-fat cottage cheese, just a few spoonfuls about 30 minutes before bed. Within 3 weeks, she told me it's like my body finally got the message. I wake up with more energy. I feel grounded again. That's what happens when your body gets what it's been missing. Cottage cheese is also rich in leucine, that same muscle-activating amino acid we talked about with eggs, but it provides it slowly over time. Think of it this way. Eggs give you a quick boost. Cottage cheese gives you a slow, steady hand, holding you up through the night. And if you're watching your blood sugar, good news. Cottage cheese is naturally low in carbs, especially the plain low-fat kind. It won't spike your insulin or cause a crash overnight. In fact, protein can actually help stabilize your blood sugar through the night, which is helpful for anyone with diabetes or prediabetes. Worried about sodium? Just choose a low-sodium version. They're easy to find now. And for heart health, opt for low-fat or 1% to keep saturated fat in check. Now let's talk about taste and texture. Some folks like it plain. Others like to mix it with something, maybe a few banana slices or even a sprinkle of cinnamon. If you've got a little kiwi left from earlier, it pairs beautifully. The key is to keep it light and simple. Remember, this isn't a meal. It's a signal to your body. Here's what you need. Take your time. Heal while I sleep. Even one spoonful can make a difference. Truly. And the best part, no prep, no cooking, no hassle. You don't have to stand at the stove or pull out the blender. You just open the container, grab a spoon, and nourish your body. Silently, gently, effectively. So many older adults think they need to do something big to feel strong again. Intense workouts, complicated meal plans, expensive supplements. But the truth is, strength after 60 comes from being consistent with the small things, knowing what your body needs and when to give it. And when it comes to bedtime, a little cottage cheese is like a gentle goodnight hug for your muscles. So now that we've taken this quiet evening journey together, take a deep breath and reflect. You don't need to turn your life upside down. You don't need to count every calorie or chase perfection. What your body truly needs, especially after 60, is something more sustainable. A few thoughtful choices made consistently with care. And tonight, that choice could be as simple as peeling a kiwi, boiling an egg, enjoying a spoonful of cottage cheese, or letting a few pumpkin seeds melt on your tongue before you turn out the lights. These aren't just bedtime snacks. They are acts of kindness toward your future self. They nourish your muscles. They calm your nervous system. They support deeper sleep and stronger mornings. And with each quiet evening ritual, you're gently reminding your body that you still matter, that you are still strong, that you are still capable of rebuilding. Because here's the truth. Muscle loss is not inevitable. It can be reversed. It can be prevented. And it all starts by giving your body what it needs, not in loud or overwhelming ways, but in simple, loving steps. So tonight, instead of going to bed feeling like your health is slowly slipping away, you can rest easy, knowing your body is gently building itself back while you sleep. If this video brought you a little hope or maybe a few new ideas to try, I'd love to hear from you. Which food are you most curious to try before bedtime? Let me know in the comments below. I read every word, and your story might inspire someone else in our community. And if you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Here we're building something special, a place where growing older means growing wiser, stronger, and more connected every single day. Until next time, sleep well, eat kindly, and wake up stronger. You deserve it.